Hi, this is Elizabeth Campbell, and it is Sunday Fun Day, which means I get to talk about whatever I want. So I'm going to talk to you about hydrogen water. Now you may be thinking, isn't that just H2O? And oh no, au contraire folks, it is not just H2O. Hydrogen water is the water that has the hydrogen gas dissolved actually molecularly in the water. Why is that important? That's important because hydrogen activates a lot of different molecule reactions in your body. So when you ingest hydrogen water, it also speeds up the modality of your microbiome. So in other words, it's kind of like giving your microbiome a kiss or a hug. It says, hey, I'm here and I'm gonna make everything work better. And so that's kind of a layman's way of saying that as soon as you ingest hydrogen water, especially on an empty stomach, fasted, this great reaction happens in your microbiome. That is everything from your small intestine, and if you wait long enough to eat, to your large intestine. And what also another thing that happens is a chain reaction into your blood. So from that microbiome, now that hydrogen is getting into your bloodstream, much like you would think a pH, like an alkaline water works, the hydrogen water works better and with more efficacy. So to look at and hear an extensive podcast on hydrogen water, go to Gary Brecka's site. I'm posting it right now so that you can go over there and listen to a really good podcast on hydrogen water and why that's important. So one of the things that your brain needs is hydrogen. In fact, there's a cycle in your brain that's sort of like the way that a wheel spins. It's called the Krebs cycle, and it's right inside the mitochondria. And what are the mitochondria, you ask? Glad you asked. Those are the thinking action pieces of your brain that tell it what to do, when to do it, and how fast to do it. And your mitochondria are the action pieces of your brain, and if those aren't working well, then your brain's going to start not functioning sharply. And as we age, the mitochondria can tend to not work as fast. So hydrogen is a very key element in the Krebs cycle that actually lives inside the mitochondria, which is fascinating to me because I didn't know that, but I had heard about the Krebs cycle, so I'm super interested in hydrogen water. Currently, I drink a molecularly dissolved hydrogen water, glass of water, right when I wake up, and then I wait 30 minutes before I do anything else, drink anything else, no coffee for 30 minutes, and I just wait for that to happen, and wouldn't you know, it really does help with the rest of the functioning of my body. Enough said there. I will be giving you a few like tips and tricks about hydrogen water, like what are the studies saying, because hydrogen water is actually being studied as sort of not a cure-all, but actually an aid to help recovery from athletics, recovery before or accelerated activity during athletics, recovery during radiation treatment or cancer treatments. So it is actually a very important item or thing that you can do that's actually being studied. So let me read off a couple of other great things. It is supposedly also reducing the inflammation in your brain and your gut and your body as a whole. And so I think that that's always good because inflammation is something that happens not only in our body, our joints, but it also can happen in your brain. And if I can do anything to reduce a little bit of that inflammation in my brain, I'm all for it. I will say that I have been taking the dissolved, molecularly dissolved hydrogen tablets in my water for about a week now, and I feel a marked difference in just the way that I feel in the morning and then the rest of my morning. I definitely feel sharper and more alert. I also feel lighter and fresher, and I don't know if that's because it's making me not retain water as much, or I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to make this really fun so that it would be quick and informative. I actually love biohacking, and this is kind of one of these biohacks that I do, and it just happens to be something that I'm currently doing. So I thought it would be fun to share that. And if you like this and want to see more biohacking YouTubes, just let me know. I love biohacking. It's really, really fun for me, and there are so many things you can do. There are molecules, peptides, fasting, there's accelerating autophagy through sauna, through foods, through activities. So there's so many ways to naturally biohack your body so that you can live an optimal life. And as always,